Hey y'all, so I just want to make a quick video. I had a therapy appointment this week and the term trapped came up. Trapped in the wrong body. Had a therapy appointment with my mom, my mom. Ugh, that's awkward, my mom died like a year ago. Ugh. With my sister Megan and my therapist. And we were talking about how I, have been dealing with these feelings for obviously years. And my therapist used just the term that I have felt trapped because my sister was saying that for most of my life I have been kind of a girly girl and I enjoyed wearing makeup and dresses and all that stuff. And my therapist said, that I had felt trapped. And at first I didn't really agree with that assessment, trapped, because, I thought, well, I didn't feel at 3 years old that I was trapped in the wrong body. I wasn't convinced at 5 years old that I was a boy in a girl's body, so I thought that label, that term trapped, didn't fit me. And the reason I didn't feel that word fit me is because I think I was operating under the assumption that I wasn't trans enough, to get, to almost get the label of even being trans. I wasn't trapped enough, I guess, as a kid. What I'm trying to say is, when I heard the word trapped, I thought, well, do I even get that title? Because I didn't have this intense dysphoria about my body and psychologically until I was older. I didn't realize that just because I didn't have these issues really bubble up until now, that doesn't make the struggle that I'm facing now any less valid than someone that has been struggling immensely with this, than someone that has been dealing with this since they were younger. And it just made me question, because I know that there's been a lot of videos and I don't want to say complaining or uproaring or whatever, but a lot of people have been questioning, what does it mean to be trans enough? Or people even questioning, am I trans enough? What does that even mean? What I want to know is who or what part of society is telling us that there is a certain level of being trans that you have to be to identify as that. We're already marginalized by society and told that, we don't count, we don't have rights, we can't do this, that, and the other. So I'm just wondering, why are we knocking ourselves down and invalidating our identities when already, society is doing that? Why should I have had a bad reaction to a therapist validating the pain that I've been feeling for these past couple months have been awful for me? My whole life has had undercurrents of pain and pushing away gender issues, but these past few months have been very difficult for me. And I find it sad that I felt unworthy of her saying that I have been trapped. Because when she said that, I was like, I don't get that label. You can't say that I've felt trapped because there are other people that have had it worse than me. Where did I get that idea that, I don't count and that my struggles and that, my identity is invalid? If someone can tell me where the hell that came from, give me an answer, because I'm confused. I guess I'm just wondering, it just doesn't make sense. Did this stem out of, the gay community? I just feel like we all need to cut ourselves some slack, and that, for me personally, my struggle and my journey and my journey to self-discovery and finding out who I am cannot be compared to somebody else. Just because when I was 10 years old and didn't know that all this shit was going on doesn't make me any less trans than somebody else. Because is this a competition? No. It's not a competition. It's not a race. It's not anything. Being trans is not all that I am. And I hope and pray to God that it's not all that somebody else is. It's a part of you. But if your whole identity is based around something as little as being trans is, then all right. If that's what your life is about, then I wish you peace and love and happiness, and that's your journey. But for me, I don't want my life to be about that. So yeah, I'm just confused as to where in society we found that we have to label ourselves and almost judge ourselves for not feeling that we are enough in our own identities, because that's frankly just really stupid. Really, really stupid and unfair. So, yeah.